In this video, we're going to sew together the pillow. So we'll begin by putting the two pieces of white fabric together. And they're exactly the same. There's no front and back, or right side and wrong side. So you can put them together, just line them up, and then pin them so that you can still put a running stitch around the edge without getting tangled up with your pins. So once you have the two lined up and pinned together, you can start stitching. I like to stitch on the top corner of the long side of the rectangle. So just the top corner of one of the long sides. Now I'm going to start with my my needle between the two layers of fabric so that the knot is hidden between the two layers. And then I'll just begin a running stitch down the long side of the rectangle. And I'm going to use a running stitch to attach the two pillow pieces together on three sides. So on the two long sides of the rectangle and then the one short side. And we'll leave one of the short sides open for stuffing. So we'll just continue with the running stitch. I like to check the back of the work every once in a while to be sure that there aren't any tangles and that I'm pulling the thread all the way through so that it touches the back of the work. And I'm just going to continue using the running stitch to attach the pieces together. I'm going to use about a 1/8 inch seam allowance. So the space between where the stitches are and the edge of the fabric should be about 1/8 of an inch, just about the same as it was on the tummy piece. I'll just continue around the outer edge of the pillow. Trying to make my running stitches as evenly spaced as possible and the same distance in from the edge of the fabric, so to make my seam allowance consistent. So I work my way all the way around. I'm going to flip it over and see. Uh-oh. You can see there, this is why we turn over and look occasionally, that I got a little knot somehow on the back side of the work that I didn't notice, and so I kept stitching. So I want to go back and repair that. I've pulled that knot out. It was one that I didn't have to cut the thread. I could just untangle it. But that means that I need to take out some stitches and go back to that point where there was the little loop and correct that. So I'll pull out those stitches that I've done. I just unthreaded my needle and I'm just slowly pulling out the little running stitches that I've done. And I want to get right back to the point where I had that little loop in the back side. And there, I think I've taken it out. So I've gotten it back to the point where that little loop was. I am going to rethread my needle. And then I can continue from that point to finish sewing the running stitch. It's a good idea to check the back of your work occasionally. It'll save you from having to pull out too many stitches if you find that you have a little loop or a little error or tangle on the back. Now I'm just going to go ahead and keep on stitching. Trying to make my stitches as even as possible and evenly spaced. And continue working my way along until I come to the top edge of that long side of the rectangle. And then I'm going to stitch my last stitch, Turn the project over so that I'm looking at the back side of the work. I'll pick up just a little piece of the fabric, make a loop, put my needle through once and twice, make a knot, stick the tail back into the fabric, snip off that little piece. Now the next part, after I finish this, taking the pins out, will be to stuff the pillow. Now I've made a little pouch with just one end open. There's a little piece of the vegetable matter from the sheep. Now I'm going to take my wool stuffing, just a little bit, and I will use that wool stuffing to fill my little pillow. And you can decide how full you want that pillow to be. If you find little pieces of vegetable matter in the wool, just pull it out. That's from the sheep living out in nature. I'm going to go ahead and pull and fluff that wool up a little bit, and then I'll take it just by little pieces, little at a time, and stuff my pillow to the point where I want it. You can make it a thin pillow or kind of a thicker pillow with more stuffing. It's just up to you. Once I have it filled to the point where I like it, I'm going to use my safety pin, push the stuffing in, and use my safety pin to hold the two pieces together while I make that last running stitch along the top edge to close it up. And I like to push my stuffing down pretty low so that I can get my safety pin down enough away from where I'm going to put my stitches that it doesn't get tangled up with my stitches. So I'm just going to take my needle and make a running stitch along that top line of the rectangle there. I'm going to put my needle through between the two layers to hide my knot as usual. And I'll just continue sewing the running stitch with about a 1/8 inch seam allowance right along the top edge of that pillow to close it up so that the stuffing doesn't fall out. And check the back and make sure it's looking good. Go ahead and speed it up so you can watch me sew all the way across. Then when we come to the end, I'll make my last stitch. And I'll turn the pillow over. Pick up just a little piece of the fabric only on the back. Make a small loop. Push my needle through once and twice, going the same direction. Then I'll pull it tight, and that makes just a little knot. Now I can take my needle and push it almost in the same place where that knot is, right between the two layers of fabric into the stuffing of the pillow. And I'll just give it a little tug so that knot comes right in. Clip it off, and my tail will be hidden between the two pieces of the pillow. Now I can take my safety pin out and kind of shift that stuffing back so that it's even. There we go. And I have a little pillow, just the right size for my fox. And you are now all finished with your sewing project. Now you can take your fox. He should stand. Sometimes you have to sort of press him down to get him to stand up. And you can put him in his little sleeping bag. Tuck him in with his pillow. And he's ready for a camp out. And that's it. You're all done.